Let's talk about menopause, a fact of life that we don't often talk about. When I grew up, it definitely was not part of the conversation. All I kind of knew about menopause was that our period will stop, that there are hot flashes, and that it can be an emotional roller coaster, which sounded a bit mysterious. And that about sums up my knowledge of menopause until I hit perimenopause, something I didn't even know existed until then. And why didn't I know about it? Because menopause and all its symptoms is a taboo topic. And that's really not very helpful. So let's talk about it. I want to talk about what I learned over the last several years. Yes, perimenopause can last a very long time. So, what I learned and what helped me cope with the emotional roller coaster that it really is. Strangely enough, my professional life as a linguist has led me to study the emotions and their relation to language. And it turns out understanding emotions is quite helpful in dealing with them. So, one thing I became aware of is that it was the ancient Greek philosophers that have defined how we view emotions, at least in Western culture. They were really down on the emotions, except maybe love. But they were really big on rational thought. So, because in their view, emotions get in the way of rational thought, they thought that emotions should be controlled so as to not cloud our thoughts. So now we have this view that these ancient Greek philosophers, all male of course, have designed for us. You can see that it's not going to be very sympathetic to emotional roller coasters or to the people experiencing them. This view works on the assumption that we could have pure thought if only emotions wouldn't get in the way. So, for example, we would have an experience and a clear rational thought about it. But oh no, the experience also triggers an emotion, and this emotion interferes with our rational thought. Bad experiences, like gender inequality, make us angry. Well, some of us. And make for thoughts clouded with anger. And good experiences, like smashing the patriarchy, make us happy, hypothetically speaking, and make for thoughts clouded with delirious joy. But there is something missing in this picture, namely, the role of our physical reaction, the stuff that's going on in our body, like the elevated heart rate, which a bad experience can trigger. In combination with the thoughts this experience evokes, it will trigger an emotion. So you see, an emotion comes about via a combination of experience, the physical sensation it triggers, and some thoughts we come up to make sense of the whole thing. So now, what happens in menopause? Well, we have a lot of hormonal changes, and these hormonal changes can cause physical reactions. And via business as usual, we interpret physical reactions, and the result is emotions. Now, the thing is, there is no experience in the real world that would trigger this physical reaction. There's nothing out there that triggers it. It's all inside of us. It's the hormones. But what it looks like from the outside is this: emotions brought on by nothing. And this can feel like a dark cloud of sadness or raging anger. So when this happens, we can react in one of two ways. We can think we're crazy or let others tell us that we are. Or we can blame some random thing out there, an experience that would otherwise not trigger us at all, in which case we're considered irrational and difficult. So please talk about menopause and perimenopause. It need not be a taboo in 2023. And be sad if you need to, and cry. Get angry if you need to, and explode. Because it turns out that sometimes it's the thoughts that need to be controlled.